Is maintaining a calorie deficit and strength training a good plan, or should it be one or the other at a time?
One or the other at the time. That's my opinion on it.
I agree. I think, well, I mean, obviously, if your goal is to cut, if you're cutting weight, you should still be strength training. So yeah, you should do them at the same time, but don't expect to get stronger and stronger during a cut phase, right?
No, you might get a little bit stronger if you're doing it. If you're doing it properly.
If you're going from no programming to programming, I guarantee you'll get stronger.
Yeah.
A lot of people just go in and spin their wheels and go willy-nilly, like, oh, I'm going to do 4 sets of 8 today.
Well, that's also something too, and I've realized this with myself. If I'm cutting weight, I start cutting my workout shorter because I get this shit in my head where I'm like, well, I'm not eating as much, so I can't do as much. That's bullshit as well. You can still work your ass off.
Yeah.
You need to work your ass off because think about it, if you're cutting weight, the more work you put in, the quicker that weight's going to drop off. And that means you can start eating delicious foods again and start building strength and getting fucking juicy.
Yeah. If you're starting to cut and you convince yourself within week 1 that you can't work out as long and hard, you're full of shit. Like you're in your head.
Yeah.
Like you haven't hit that wall of deficiency yet. You know, like, yeah, come back to us in 12 weeks when you've been cutting and you're like emaciated.
Like bodybuilders,
then
man,
you can cut 30 minutes out of your workout. But
that's the most impressive thing to me are bodybuilders leading up to like the last week of their show.
Oh yeah, dude. They're like borderline alive.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You know, I could never do a bodybuilding show. It's just that getting on stage thing isn't it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I have so much respect for bodybuilders because the discipline.
It's insane.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And you hear people, diss on bodybuilders. I'm like, you couldn't fucking do it. There's no way you could do it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. That's why I don't. Like, I don't want to for one. Though. But like people ask me all the time, why don't you compete? Well, I mean, it's not for me. I don't want to. I don't want to have to subject myself to that. My competition is.
Your thing is business, though.
Yeah, I'm like a fucking GNC, dude. I'm gonna compete. win,
No, but yeah, I mean, I think you need to focus on one thing at a time. That's the question, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You just need to focus on one thing at a time, and that goes to anything in life. Focus on one thing at a time. Smash through that goal. Move on to the next. It's when you start trying to juggle multiple things at once where you fuck yourself up. Don't do that.
Yeah, and so like, I guess when I read this, like, don't assume that because you're in a calorie deficit or you're cutting that you should stop strength training or just do all cardio. No, you need to maintain your muscle mass and lift while you're cutting. And on the opposite end of that coin, if your goal is to develop really good strength, you probably shouldn't be in a caloric deficit. Like you should be adding more energy to your body so that you can continue to gain strength. But
if you're worried about getting fat, just move more. I mean, seriously.
Dude, how crazy is that?
It would just fucking move more. Like you don't have to necessarily go into a diet. If you have a decent body fat percentage right now, use 15 or less, depending on your goals. But if you're focused on strength, if your body fat is around 15% or less, you're fucking solid.
Yep.
You don't need more than that. Once again, what are your goals? Are you trying to get just shredded? Then if you're trying to get shredded, then you're probably not going to be worried about strength.
Right.
But yeah, if your goal is like if you're a powerlifter, a strongman, or anything like that, and you just want to get strong as fuck, stay around 15%. Now, if you're 20, 30%, I think you need to lose some damn weight. That might piss a few people off because powerlifters in particular and strongman, they have it stuck in their head that they need to be.
And the thing is, like, those are all
huge.
Look at the people who are like that though. Like they're mediocre powerlifters. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
But the ones they're dialed
in, man. They eat properly.
Well, like, I mean, our friends, like, I mean, we know some people that are really high level powerlifters.
Yeah.
They're lean as shit. They look like bodybuilders. I was going to say Ranson, Dallas, like all of our friends that we know that have been competitive high level powerlifters.
Yeah. So that's not just me. I probably sound like a fucking asshole a second ago, which I don't really care about.
Nah, dude, that's what we're good at.
Yeah, I mean, we see this especially with I'm going to say with beginner powerlifters and strongmen. They think that they need to eat like garbage in order to get stronger. And that does work for some people, but those people are out of shape. They can't walk up a flight of stairs or anything like that. Even Halfdoor, man, during Halfdoor's entire strongman career, the dude ate beef and rice every single day for every meal. He's not going to McDonald's. It's like you said, look at the actual successful strength athletes. What are they doing? They have their shit dialed in.
Yeah, and they're not, and also like think about relative strength, right? Like if you're 350 pounds, fat as shit, and you can only bench press 450 pounds, I'm sorry, relatively, you're not that strong.
Yeah, we have some people that come here in the Norse compound. It's always guess. Yeah. They come in with like an ego problem, and they're like, well, I'm pressing 350. It's like, well, you weigh 400.
Yeah, you're not that strong. You know, like now I have friends who are 160, 170, and they can still bench 385. That's way more impressive.
Absolutely amazing. We got this dude in here. His name's Alex Pillay. This little Cuban kid. And when I say little, I don't mean any offense to him, man. The dude weighs like 170 pounds maybe.
Right.
He's lucky if he's at 180. But the dude's benching 3 plates, I think. And he deadlifted 400, I think, the other day for reps. and it looked pretty effortless. But you look at him, you know, he's not a big guy, but the dude's strong as shit. And that's super impressive to me. You know, I don't know why I brought that up. Maybe I just want to give Alex a shout out.
No, it's relative strength. You know,
it is relative strength.
What's the ratio of your body weight to your strength totals?
Yeah, and I guess you have to be in the strength world for a certain period of time to kind of get that realization. You know, to the outside person, it's like, oh my God, they're pressing 400 pounds. They don't look at their body weight doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah,
you know, so it's cool for that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if my main thing here is if you're a fat fuck, don't be a fat fuck.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
We totally just veered off there, but
I don't give a fuck.
Dude, you know, it's funny, you know, a little side tangent here. You know, people outside of the lifting community don't really know what numbers are, like relative strength or anything. So like, you know, I remember being in college and, you know, taking girls on dates and be like, how much do you know, bench press? And I'll look at them and be like, 135, baby. And they'll be like, oh my God, really? Really?
He still only benches 135 if you're watching this.
That's me. But no, that's just funny. A lot of people don't know what numbers are.
Well,
you know,
tell your grandma. My favorite is my grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, you know, family members. If you want an ego boost, just tell your grandma how much you're deadlifting or something.
Yeah.
Andy's deadlifting 405 pounds. You believe that shit?
Oh, dude, to this day, I mean, I pulled, 675 here a few months ago. And like, to this day, if my little brother gets on my back or if I take something up the stairs, 50, 60 pounds. My mom's like, Jacob, you're going to hurt your back, honey. You know, be careful. Don't hurt She's so sweet. But anyway.
I love it, man.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
God bless family members.
Amen.
You know?
They're the best. They're the biggest support and sometimes the opposite. But